Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shantya Adeline from Public Health Sriwijaya University. This is a video presentation of Group H English Class D from Public Health Sriwijaya University. In this video, we will explain about noun clause. I hope you will understand and enjoy this video presentation. Thank you. My name is Shantya Adeline from Group H English Class D. I will explain about definition of noun clause. Noun clause is one of the dependent clause which function as a noun. Because it functions as a noun clause can be sentence components such as subject, verb object, prepositional object, adjective complement, and subject complement in the sentence. Noun clause is a dependent clause, so at least noun clause must contain a subject and a verb. In a sentence, noun clause function to add more details to a sentence. If you are not sure whether a clause is a noun clause, try replacing it with other nouns or pronouns. If you successfully replace the clause with nouns or pronouns, you found a noun clause. Noun clause is important to make a sentence understandable. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tyas. After my friend explaining about the definition of noun clause, we know that noun clause can appear anywhere in a sentence. The question is, how do we finding a noun clause in a sentence, or how do we distinguish between a noun clause and not a noun clause? Noun clause almost always start with noun clause marker. Therefore, if we want to distinguish between a noun clause or not a noun clause, or if we want to finding a noun clause in a sentence, we have to looking for a noun clause marker. So, what are the clause marker? First, if a noun clause they are formed from statement, noun clause will begin with noun clause marker that. The second, noun clause that are formed from yes or no question, noun clause marker will begin with noun clause marker whether or if. The third, noun clause that are formed from information question will begin with what time, like what time, what day, what kind, etc. and who, whose, whom, which, where, when, and how. Can also how long, how day, how many, how much, etc. And noun clause that are from information question can also begin with whatever, whoever, whichever, whomever, wherever, and whenever. Next, I will explain about formula of noun clause. We know that noun clause is dependent clause. So, we use this formula if we want to make a noun clause in a sentence. Noun clause formed by conjunction or clause marker plus subject plus verb. And noun clause also formed by conjunction or clause marker, and this function is also a subject plus verb. Remember this thing. Subject and verb in this formula is for noun clause, not for subject and verb in sentence. I will give you example of this formula of noun clause. First, how he disappeared is still a mystery. How he disappeared in the sentence is noun clause. How is a clause marker. He is subject of noun clause. Disappear is verb of noun clause. The second, I don't know who comes. Who comes is noun clause in the sentence. Who is a clause marker and also a subject of noun clause. Comes is verb of noun clause in the sentence.
Hello, let me introduce myself before. My full name is Susrianti. You can call me Tri. I am from Group H. Here, I will explain about the types of noun clause. Firstly, subject of a sentence. The noun clause itself performs the action in the sentence. For the example is, what Alicia said made her friends cry. What Alicia said here as subject of a sentence. Secondly, object of a verb. They follow verb to inform the reader where the action is going. For the example is, the pharmacist checked that prescription was correct. That prescription was correct is object of a verb. And the last types of noun clause is subject complement. A subject complement modifies, describe, or complete the subject of a clause. For the example is, their last excuse for being late was that she forgot to set her alarm. Here, that she forgot to set her alarm is subject complement. Object of preposition. Noun clause also act as object of preposition in prepositional phrase. For the example is, Josephine is not responsible that Alex decided to do. Next, adjective complement. Does noun clause complement adjective or adverb? For the example is, it's very disappointing that you left the party early. Until here, do you understand? I think that's enough explanation for me. I hope it can be understood. Next will be conveyed by my friend.
Hello, I'm Stevy Ariska. In this occasion, I will explain about example of noun clause. After we know and understand about the meaning of noun clause, the formula of noun clause, and the types of noun clause. After that, we will study about example of noun clause, so that we can better understand, and later we can easily answer noun clause questions such as in midterm exams, final semester exams, or TOEFL exams. Okay, let's get started. The first example noun clause from by yes or no question. Number 1. I don't know if he lives on Pisang Street or not. If he lives on Pisang Street or not as noun clause, and the function is object or verb of sentence. If as clause marker, he as subject of clause, and then lives as verb of clause. I as subject of sentence, and then don't know as verb of sentence. Number 2. Whether he will call you or not is unimportant to me. This noun clause is whether he will call you or not. Whether as clause marker, he as subject of clause, and then will call as verb of clause. This noun clause as subject of sentence is as verb of sentence. The second example noun clause formed by information question. Number 1. What she cooked was delicious. What she cooked is noun clause, and the function is subject of sentence. What as clause marker or question word. She as subject of clause, and cook as verb of clause. Was as subject as verb of sentence. And number 2. The girl comes from where many people live in poverty. In this sentence, where many people live in poverty, as noun clause, with the function is object of verb of sentence, where as clause marker or question word, many people as subject of clause, and then live as verb of clause. The girl as subject of sentence and comes as verb of sentence. Okay, that's all example of noun clause. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Zhalwa Adeline. In this video, I will explain example of noun clause format by statement. Number 1. I think that the group will arrive in an hour. That marker the group subject of clause will arrive verb of clause. This is noun clause as object of verb sentence that the group will arrive in an hour. Subject of sentence I, verb of sentence think. Number 2. Many people has purported that the method was ineffective. That marker the group subject of clause was verb of clause. This is noun clause as object of verb sentence that the method was ineffective. Subject of sentence many people, verb of sentence is perfect. Number 3. Diana believes that her life will be happier. That marker her life subject of clause will be verb of clause. This is noun clause as object of verb sentence that her life will be happier. Subject of sentence Diana, verb of sentence believe. Number 4. That she can debut as an actress is her dream. That marker she subject of clause can debut verb of clause. This is noun clause as subject of sentence that she can debut. Verb of sentence is okay. Thank you.
Hello, here I will explain about some example of noun clause. In addition to the example of noun clause described in the previous video. Number 1. I wonder blank 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 since he quit his job. How about you? Where is the correct answer? Yeah, that's right. The correct answer is B. What he has been doing. This noun clause as object of verb of sentence. What as clause marker or question word. He as subject of clause and then has been doing as verb of clause. Option A incorrect because there is no clause marker or question word to connect this clause. And then has as verb of clause should be placed after he as subject of clause. Option C incorrect because there is no question word or clause marker to connect this clause. And then option D is wrong too because has as verb of clause should be put after he as subject of clause. And the last number. I don't remember blank 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 last year. Which is the correct answer? Yaps. Good job. The correct answer is C. What I gave her for her birthday. This noun clause as object or verb of sentence. What as clause marker or question word. And I as subject of clause. And then gave as verb of clause. Option A is wrong because did as verb of clause should be placed after I as verb of as subject of clause. Option B is wrong because what as clause marker or question word should be placed before I as subject of clause. And then option D is wrong too because did as verb of clause should be placed after I as subject of clause. Okay, I think enough example of noun clause. I hope you understand. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. Presentation from Group H English Study from Public Health Sriwijaya University. We look forward to your suggestion and criticism of our video in the comment column. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you will understand and this video is useful for all of you. Stay at home, always wear a mask, stay healthy and be happy. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.